Cassidy, you're all ready to go, right?
Yes, I am, Marco. Well, I guess you could say that I'm ready, at least.
What do you mean?
Hey, are you really wanting to live stream our wedding to everyone that'll be watching online? I wonder if it's too late for you to cancel all of that now.
What? What's going on with you? We've already come this far with all the preparations, and now you're wanting to back out? I've already read through so many of the comments from everyone online saying they've been looking forward to this wedding for a long time now. We have a schedule to respect now, and that means we have to live stream this wedding to everyone. Too late to back out of that now.
Actually, when it comes to all your live streaming and such, you didn't really tell me about doing it during our wedding until after you told all of your viewers, right? Had you told me before doing that, then I would have for sure said no to it. And out of some of your viewers, Jackson will be coming and watching this wedding in person, right?
But you happen to know him better than a lot of the others, right?
But this will be the first time I have to see him.
What? Does that mean you actually haven't met with Jackson before and today will be your first time ever seeing him?
I only know about the things you've told me about him. And all of these viewers and friends of yours are all pretty much new to me because you never really even talked about your live streaming much.
Is that right? Then this will become the perfect chance for you to get to know him, all right?
Huh?
Anyhow, having to cancel the live stream and everything at a time like this is impossible for me. I've advertised all of this to all my viewers on all my social media and everything already.
You advertised all of this? Is our wedding really going to become that big of a deal to all your viewers? And you never even asked me about this before.
They're all going to be cheering and celebrating us with all their energy, so what's the problem? All right. Now that you're aware of all that, it's too late for you to complain anymore about it.
Too late for me to... Even though you were the one that put all of this together before telling me?
All right, I'll talk with you later, okay? So the vows and everything at the chapel are done with now, right?
Hey, you went and streamed everything that was happening there as well, right?
Well, of course I did.
And you're going to continue to do that for the party and everything, right?
If anything, the dance and the party and everything are the main part of this wedding.
A lot of my friends here don't actually want to be on camera or anything for your live stream, so I've told all of them to be careful and keep their face covered when you come around.
I see. So those are the types of friends you have then, huh?
I don't think it's only my friends who think that, though. I would like to talk with your friends holding the cameras and ask them to be more careful around the guests here today and to try and only focus on us so that they don't show people who don't want to be on camera.
Understood. I'll go and let Jackson know about that right now.
And to be honest, I don't really want to be on camera either.
Well, we can't do anything about that, though. Today is about you and me, and that means that you'll always be around me and have to be on camera. So stop being so selfish, please.
Huh? You're going to call what I'm asking right now selfish of me?
Hey, Jackson, right now y'all are taking a break from doing the live stream and put the camera down, right? Do you have a second to chat?
Hey, what's up, Marco? The next time we'll have the cameras rolling is when you're out partying and dancing and all that. What'd you want to talk about now?
My wife is continuing to complain about all of this.
Huh? What's she whining about this time, man?
She's told me that a lot of her guests don't really like to be on camera and all that, and that she wants us to refrain from shooting their faces.
I know the ones you're talking about. I already was trying to get them to come on camera, but they all started to put their masks on and walked away. It's not like they look good or anything, so they need to stop acting all embarrassed like that.
Well, it's not just those friends of hers, though, but a lot of the other guests don't really want to have their faces shown either. So, could you just keep the camera on us and make sure to take shots without other guests' heads in them?
Are you kidding me? That's such a pain in the ass, though.
Well, I don't want to be divorced over anything after today, so you'd better listen to me, because there's not another woman out there that would marry me.
Well, guess I'll have to then, huh? It's not like all the guests to the main part of today's live stream anyway, as we have the party next to the pool coming up really soon here, right? Marco, are you able to have a look at your phone right now?
Yeah, but I won't be able to text you for very long. What's up?
All right. Soon, here I'm gonna make sure to follow Cassidy from pretty close behind her.
Oh, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm interviewing her and all that over by the side of the pool, so make sure you're over there for when it's time. And make sure that she doesn't notice a single thing is up when you come.
Roger that.
And that right there is what we call a perfect 10.
Absolutely right.
When I went up and kicked her in, I noticed that my other foot was caught on the bottom of her dress, but then I was able to lift that foot up in time, letting her dress slip, and she went head first into that pool, creating one of the biggest splashes I'd ever seen. And considering that's a wedding dress, I bet that made for some really good shots with her going in like that, right? Damn right. I'd say that was the best shot we've ever gotten on one of our live streams. I plan to put this live stream up onto YouTube later as a watchable video. And the title is going to be, Watch What Happens When We Push a Bride into the Pool on Her Wedding Day. I'm looking forward to watching all of that for myself when you go and upload it. Now that we got all that out of the way, where is today's bride at? After all that madness was over with, I took a look at some of the video we'd recorded and at all the comments, and when I looked back up, everyone was gone. And where'd you run off to, Marco? You're the one I wanted to show all of these shots we got to the most, man.
Right. I was told to head to the changing room with my parents. I think that's where Cassidy's run off to hide from us at, so I'll call you over once I get there. We have to get back to the party and everything after all.
By the way, Marco, doesn't it sound like some police sirens or something are starting to get closer to here?
Oh, I just had a look out the window of this place, and there's an ambulance pulling into the parking lot now. Hey, Cassidy? Are you kidding me right now, calling an ambulance to the wedding like that? Now you're just making a big deal out of nothing at all by getting those EMTs involved with our wedding today. You must be one narrow-minded woman to be getting that upset over something like getting kicked into the pool on your wedding day. Jackson told me that he got the perfect shots of you going into that pool, and he's so happy now because of it. I don't want to waste all those moments now, so hurry up and get back out here. Oh, and it looks like we're not going to be able to use the venue we had anymore, so how about you just come and meet us all back here to start? Jackson wants to give you a little interview after what all happened, and from there we can all move to another location to have the rest of the party.
I can't go back.
Huh? You can't keep on acting like a freaking baby, all right? We have to keep this wedding going, because I have a lot of people online who are watching this stream wanting to see us have fun. That's right. Make sure you smile when you're on camera. Everyone loves to see a pretty woman smiling. Now stop being so selfish, saying that you're not going to come back to our wedding.
I never said that I'm not going to go back there. I said that I can't go back there.
Huh?
I hit my head really hard on the bottom of that pool, and now I'm suffering from a really bad concussion and a huge laceration to my head. And I was kicked so hard in the side of the knee that I can't stand on it anymore. The EMT told me that I most likely tore something in my knee and that my tibia is broken as well. I'll most likely need surgery for all those things, and recovery can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You and I are getting divorced.
What? Wait. Well, why are you even able to text me right now, then?
Because my mom, standing right next to me in the ambulance, is the one typing everything that's being sent to you. Currently, I'm in too much pain to be able to think straight, and with my concussion, there's no way I can look at my phone.
Wait, that would be... So you're Cassidy's mother, and she's in a really bad state right now? Oh, God! Cassidy, please, hey, please just stop thinking about getting this divorce, all right? And I'll apologize to you for everything Jackson did that day when he got too carried away with that live stream.
I already handed in the divorce papers to the courthouse.
What?
And you're not apologizing for anything he did because you also have yourself to blame for that.
Ah! Why do you think I'm to blame for all of that?
Because there was someone watching that live stream you had put on that day, and they happened to be my friend. And what she told me is all she could see from what you guys were streaming is you and your buddy Jackson there working together to send me into that pool. Jackson also went and showed the viewers all of the comments you and him were making back and forth about doing that to me over text. So there's no way you're going to run away from that. I'm going to tell the police about this as well, claiming you both assaulted me. And that means you both will be paying me a settlement to cover all these medical costs and more.
Hold on a second, please. I never meant for any of that to happen to you.
I don't give a damn if you meant for any of that to happen to me or not. The fact that you even had the nerve to do something like that to your wife on your wedding day in a pool that was only a foot deep is why I'm done with your ass.
No way, Cassidy.
This is all common sense as well, but you're going to be paying for the whole entire wedding, too.
What? Does that mean... How much does that mean I'll be paying in total?
All of those prices will be coming to you in the mail tomorrow, so you can have a look with your own eyes at the cost of pushing your own wife into a shallow pool on her wedding day, and learn the cost of being a complete and utter dickhead. Well, if I had to say how much I think you'll be paying, look forward to around $300,000.
Are you kidding me? No freaking way! Jackson, all because of you, I'm gonna be getting divorced from Cassidy now. And what makes matters worse is that she's asking for an extremely high amount of money from me in a settlement. Both of my parents told me that once all of this has been taken care of, they are both gonna be disowning me from their family. Why the hell did you do this to me?
Shut the hell up, you bitch! Right now is not the time for you to be whining about all of that petty crap!
Huh? Listen, you asshole, you just went and put my life into ruins and you're just gonna tell me to shut up? What the actual hell is wrong with you?
That live stream we did has become a very major problem for us.
What?
I knew something like that wouldn't be good to keep online, and so I deleted the YouTube video and the stream. But it seems like one of the viewers ended up screen recording the whole live stream and uploaded it on their account. I knew that it would be going all over social media, and in order to try and stop that, I went way too far with some things. And now things have only become worse for us.
Huh?
I know that a lot of people online know about where you live and where you work, yet nothing bad has happened to you yet?
Actually, I've been getting a lot of phone calls at the house with no caller IDs, as well as calls that leave very upset voicemails for me. And in my mailbox, I've received all kinds of strange mail and death threats. I was also told by my office that I'm no longer allowed to come in for the foreseeable future as they figure out what to do with me. I think they're gonna fire me soon.
So, you have known about all that's happened this past week or so. Well, I'm in the same boat as you, getting calls from strangers and mail telling me to off myself. I've also been contacted by Cassidy's lawyer telling me I'll be taken to court soon as well, and that a settlement would be asked for from me there. This amazing life of being a live streamer with you!
Why are you acting like you're a victim in all of this? You're the one who had the stupid-ass idea of doing what you did to my wife, and that's why we're both royally screwed now. And now we're both going to be tried as criminals soon, too.
God damn it, wasn't it you that agreed with the plan, though? So stop trying to act like this is all my fault and that you just got screwed by my actions alone.
Shut the hell up already, damn it! It's because of you that I'm being freaking divorced now! You take responsibility for that, you jackass!
Screw off! I'm not worried about your freaking marriage! I'm worried about what everyone online is going to think about us now after what happened to us. I don't give a crap about what happens between you and her now.
Excuse me? What the hell did you just say to me? You get over to my damn house right now and beg for me not to mess you up, or else I'll be over at your place tonight to make an example out of you.
After that back and forth between both Marco and Jackson, Jackson started another live stream and began to talk. I think he figured he could talk his way out of what all had happened in the last stream they'd done by pinning all of the blame on Marco and not anyone else. And, well, all he really did was make himself look like the dumbass of all dumbasses. Soon Marco broke into his place through the window, and they both began to get into a scuffle on the floor of his living room, only to stop punching one another when they heard police sirens approaching. But before either one of them could run, the back door could be heard opening up, and 3 officers came into the room and told them to lay on the ground. Marco did just that, but Jackson made a break for it out the broken window, but before he could, he got tasered. And so did Marco, causing them both to freak out and one of them to topple over the camera. The camera then broke, and that was the end of their final live stream. They both would be taken to court where they would be charged with assault. Marco would be charged with breaking and entering, and Jackson would be charged with attempting to run from the police. As they went through their trials, their parents went ahead and paid all their settlements to me, and I could finally forget about them entirely. I'm so happy that I was able to end things with Marco when I could, and now I can just focus on my long recovery, and then use whatever money remains from the settlements to take some time to relax. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey sis, I know it's been over 3 years since we last spoke, but I need a favor, so I'm just gonna come right out with it. You absolutely must come to mine and Valentino's wedding.
Huh? Cassia, is that you?
I'll send you the details later on, but for now, it's gonna be held at the Velvet Unicorn Hotel in Washington. I don't know your address, so just think of these messages as your wedding invite, okay?
Why the heck would I come to your wedding, Cassia? This makes no sense. You seem to be forgetting that Valentino is my ex-husband. Why would I go to the wedding of the scumbag who cheated on me and watch him get married to the woman he cheated on me with? I'd rather have nothing to do with either of you for as long as I live, thanks. Honestly, how is it even possible that you think this is an acceptable thing to ask me? Are you doing it on purpose to try and upset me, or are you actually this dumb?
Blah, blah, blah. When are you gonna stop crying over spilled milk, sis? Forget all that and come to the wedding.
No way.
Quit being so selfish and be happy for your baby sister. I know you know Mom and Dad aren't coming, which means if you don't come, none of my family will be there to watch me get married. Would you really do that to me? Would ya?
Sure, I know that. I just don't get why you think trying to play on the fact we happen to be sisters would get me to come to your wedding despite the fact that I clearly despise you.
Well, you're my sister, so I'm obviously gonna mention that you're my sister.
God, you're annoying.
If you don't come, the seats in the area for my family will be totally empty. Which means you are most definitely, absolutely coming, and that's that. I won't take no for an answer, so quit arguing and accept it already.
Why am I only part of your family when it suits you?
Toodles!
I see you're just as stubborn and arrogant as ever. I'd have to be out of my mind to go to your wedding.
Indigo, what are you doing? Where are you? Hurry up and get your ass to the wedding. Me and Valentina were struggling to get enough family members to come as it is. The last thing we need is you going all no-show on us at the last minute. People are going to think both of our families hate us if you don't come and fill the seat we prepared for you. Look, sis, I'm serious. You have to come. Hurry up and get to this hotel now.
Oi, Indigo! Hey, I can see you read my message.
Oh, hey, Valentino. It's been a while.
I'm pleased to see you didn't block me. I know I might be your ex-husband, but that would just be childish.
Actually, I did have you blocked until Cassia started harping on me about how I had to attend your guys' wedding. I had a feeling you might try reaching out to me, so I unblocked you just in case. I could have just blocked you both, but I figured if I did that, she might start bugging my friends to try and track down my address or pull some other crazy shenanigans. I can assure you I'll be blocking you again as soon as I determine your insane fiancé poses no threat of causing a nuisance to my friends.
Threat? Don't be ridiculous. Anyway, forget that crap. All that matters is that we can message each other.
Did you want something?
Do I seriously have to spell it out? I think you know why I'm here. Me and Cassia are getting married today. We prepared you a seat in the family area, so if you don't come and fill it, we're gonna look stupid. This isn't the time for messing around, okay, Indigo? You owe this to your baby sister. I get that you're probably still not over me and that every day without me in your life must be a struggle. But that doesn't mean your baby sister deserves to get married without a single family member there to see it. Surely you can forget your petty jealousy and quit holding a grudge for just one day? This is supposed to be the happiest day of your sister's life, damn it!
2 corrections.
Huh?
Firstly, the idea that I'm still not over you is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Far from every day without you being a struggle, I feel blessed that you're no longer a part of my life, and honestly, felt like vomiting when I saw you pop up in my inbox.
What?
Secondly, my sister only has herself to blame for the fact that I have no interest in being there for her wedding. Why would you ask me to come and play happy families after what you did to me? Me and her are essentially strangers now, so I'd be nothing more than an actress, and an unpaid one at that.
Huh? Strangers? How could you be strangers? You're sisters, for crying out loud.
You don't seem to understand what I'm saying, do you? Wait. Didn't she tell you?
Quit talking crap and get your ass down to this wedding at once!
Indigo, how could you do this to me? You're horrible. All of the family seats at the wedding were empty. I could hear everyone whispering about me, and it's all your fault.
Are you really bothering me with this again? Seriously?
Who bails out of their beloved baby sister's wedding at the last minute? You're sick in the head. To think you were the only family member I invited, you're horrible.
Huh? Baby sister? But I'm an only child.
Huh? An only child? What are you talking about?
Wow. You genuinely don't know, do you? At first I thought you were just being intentionally obtuse or were too stupid to understand what I was saying. But you really don't know, do you? Did Dad never say anything to you before he died?
Are you going to make a point? Unless you're going to explain why you think it was acceptable to bail out of my wedding at the last minute, I'm not interested in listening to your rambling.
Well, let me start from the end and save us both a bunch of time. We're not blood related.
Huh? What the hell? What are you talking about? That can't be.
Wow, they genuinely never told you anything, did they? Dad said he was going to tell you once you turned 20. Good grief.
Explain now.
Sure thing. Let me start by telling you this. You're Mom and Dad's real daughter, and I was adopted.
Adopted?
Mom and Dad were having trouble conceiving and were just about ready to give up on having children of their own when they came to the orphanage I lived at. After visiting me for a few weeks, they decided to adopt me. Then, 2 years later, as if by a miracle, Mom got pregnant with you. That's why Mom and Dad always had a tendency to play favorites with you while leaving me to my own devices and doing the bare minimum when it came to looking after me. So between that and the fact they kicked me out 10 years later as soon as I hit 18, I had the adoption scrapped and I officially became parentless. I haven't had a family ever since. Basically, I'm not your sister and I never really have been.
You're not my sister?
Didn't you think it was strange when I didn't go to Mom and Dad's funeral when they died 5 years ago? Your Mom and Dad, I should say. Like hell, I was going to mourn them when they barely even bothered to raise me. Any relationship I had with any of you, ended the moment I had the adoption scrapped on my 18th birthday. Ever since that day, me and you have been nothing but strangers, and that's how I intend to keep it. You have no idea how great it felt to know I'd never have to face the loneliness and isolation I suffered in that house with you all on the day I left. It was like this huge storm cloud that had been hanging over me evaporated in an instant.
Oh my God!
Which is why it felt like being punched in the gut when you suddenly showed up again that day 3 years ago declaring you'd stolen my husband before receiving the news Valentino was divorcing me. I spent every waking hour of the whole 4 months we spent going through the divorce proceedings wondering what I'd done to deserve it. My head was a mess, I was barely sleeping, I lost my appetite, and it felt like my entire world had been flip-turned upside down. Then, with the divorce over and done with, I finally pulled myself together again, determined to make the most of my fresh start. Now, 3 years later, at a point when I finally feel truly satisfied and fulfilled in my life, you show up out of the blue demanding I come to your wedding to pretend to be your sister so people don't think your family hates you. I thought Dad would have told you the truth on your 20th birthday, so when you first messaged me, I was like, what the hell? Why would she invite me as family when we're not even related? I came so close to blocking you right then and there, but I know what you're like, and I thought you might try to bug my friends to get through to me.
But I didn't know we weren't related by blood. I thought you were my real sister.
Yes, it would appear so. I have no idea why Dad didn't tell you like he said he would, and I guess we'll never know now. Unfortunately, that meant I had no choice but to tell you the truth myself. He's still causing me hassle from beyond the grave, huh? It's kind of ironic when you think about it. I can't blame you for not knowing, and I don't hold that part against you, but I hope you understand this means that me and you are done once and for all, Cassia.
So, if we're not blood related...
Right, your mom and dad were both only children, and none of your aunts and uncles are with us anymore. I guess if you really tried, I don't know, maybe by using one of those family history tracking sites or something, you could probably find a distant relative, but you'd still be total strangers. And I doubt they'd go out of their way to come to your wedding on such short notice just to fill a frickin' seat.
Oh my God, you're right, I have no one! There isn't a soul left in the world I can call family.
I have nothing further to say. We are done here.
Indigo, no!
Goodbye.
Indigo, are you there? Where are you? I need to know where you are, like, right now.
Huh? Why are you messaging me again?
Listen, me and Valentino got a divorce.
Jesus, seriously? But it's barely been a week since you got married.
I know that, but he... Well, that jerk was after my mom and dad's inheritance money all along.
What?
I don't know why, but he was convinced I inherited a bunch of money when they died 5 years back. It's like he had this wild idea stuck in his head, and no matter how many times I tried to set the record straight, he just wouldn't let it go. It got so ridiculous, I thought he was joking.
But why would he think that? They were never particularly well off. I mean, they weren't poor either, but
We hardly lived in the kind of house that wealthy people live in, and there were certainly no Ferraris in the driveway. Right, they did say they had a little more financial freedom after they kicked you out, but still, we were just an average middle-income household. It's not like they suddenly got rich after you left or anything. Nothing changed. And yet that asshole was dead set on them being secret millionaires or something. Actually, there was some inheritance, but it wasn't much. Really? I see. But no matter how many times I told him, he wouldn't believe me. He was convinced I'd inherited a bunch of money. The day after we got married, he said he was buying a new house and a Lamborghini and demanded I give him the money. Can you believe it? I mean, talk about jumping the gun. It was like he had this whole extravagant plan mapped out in his head before we'd even been married 5 damn minutes. When I asked what the hell he was talking about, he yelled at me. I know how much you inherited from your parents. Quit being such a goddamn tightwad. When I told him I didn't inherit enough to buy the new house and car, he flipped out, and so we got into a huge fight, and well, to cut a long story short, we got a divorce. Wow. Anyway, so that's what happened, which is why I was thinking of coming over to your place to live with you. Wow, are you kidding? There's no way that's gonna happen. I mean, it's literally impossible. Why? Oh, nothing's impossible if you try, Indigo. We're both totally alone now, right? It's not like we'd be staying together as sisters or anything. Just think of it as a room share type arrangement. Go on, sis. You know how convenient it would be. We could even start splitting the bills once I start making some money. That's not why it's impossible. It's impossible because I'm not in America anymore. Huh? I came to Malaysia on a work transfer. Initially, it was only supposed to be a 5-year stay. But I met a guy here. One thing led to another, and, well, we fell in love. I converted to Islam, and now we have 3 kids together. I'm gonna be in Malaysia for the rest of my life, Cassia. Oh my god, what the hell? No way! I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I ended up crazy sleep-deprived after dealing with your messages when you woke me up in the middle of the night on the day of your wedding. Time zones can be a bitch. Oh my god, so you don't even live here anymore? This is bad, bad, bad. But this means I'm totally alone without a soul in the world to rely on. Oh my god. This sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach, what is it? I have no one to turn to, no one to lean on for support. No one I can even call a friend. Listen, Cassia, I'm not gonna pretend that doesn't totally suck for you, because it does. But even if I was still living in America, there's still no way I'd do a room share with you. Heck, you couldn't even pay me to. What? Why not? Do I seriously need to spell it out? Duh, I'm asking because I don't understand. I guess it's not such a surprise that someone with a tendency for destroying people's lives by stealing their husbands would also be totally lacking in self-awareness. Huh? What does that mean? Explaining it would be pointless. You have to think about this by yourself. Anyway, I think we're done here. We are? We're walking along different paths, Cassia. Shall we just call it a day here? There's nothing to be gained from dragging this out a second longer. But you're my big sister! No, I'm really not. Indigo! Goodbye, my ex-sister.
Indigo, are you there? Let's get married again. I've been doing some serious soul searching, and I think I'm ready to give things between us another shot. So what do you say, babe? Shall we reignite that old flame and dive back into our sweet love adventure together? You see, babe, life's just not the same without you by my side. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right between us. Me and Cassia got a divorce.
I live in Malaysia now, so I can't. Sorry.
Malaysia?
I'm here on a work transfer. I'm also married with 3 kids, so I'm probably going to be spending the rest of my life here. Which is why the whole remarriage thing is going to be, difficult.
What? What the hell am I reading?
I heard about the divorce from Cassia, and I'm pretty sure I more or less know how it went down.
You did?
Yep. So I'm sorry, hon, but this ain't gonna happen how you thought it would.
Indigo!
Kindly never message me again for the rest of your life. Thanks. After that, I received a series of updates on the whole Cassia and Valentino situation from an old friend back in the States. Apparently, the whole thing started to disintegrate when Valentino quit his job, thinking he was set for life, having just married a woman in possession of lavish amounts of inheritance money. Of course, me and you know that that money never existed, and it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that hopelessly deluded serial cheater's world fell apart when he found out. Last I heard, he currently spends his days desperately looking for a job while the deadline on his overdue rent payments looms ever closer. As for my ex-sister Cassia, it turns out she was hoping Valentino would provide for her for the rest of her life, because she quit her job as soon as they started dating. Kinda ironic how they were both after each other for the same thing, huh? I heard from an old friend that they regularly bump into each other at the job center. And every time they do, security have to be called to separate their vicious fights, and more often than not, the cops end up being called. As my friend puts it, I don't see why they don't just stop being stubborn and go to a different job center. To be fair, she has a point. If they were genuinely done with each other, they'd stop, but I guess it really is like they say, misery loves company. These are just some of the philosophic musings I indulge in while reading my book, drinking my coffee, and eating scones out on the sun lounger in my backyard in the scorching Malaysian heat.